Meet Dr. Jose. He's a periodontist, a diamond cut above the rest, yet his bedside manner is warm, welcoming, understanding, and inspirational. And of course there's Dr. Torres. She has the philosophy that time is measured to the extent by which it is used, and not to the extent to which it passes, making her exact, deliberate, and beautiful as a perfect diamond. And then there's Dr. Chon. Hands of a surgeon, mind of an engineer, and the heart of a hero.
Hello everybody, it's good to be back with some more interesting cases. We have our first case is Mr. Clayton. Mr. Clayton came to us. He's actually traveling. He's not from Maryland, but his daughter lives in Maryland, so he just happens to be, him and his wife are traveling through. He fractured a tooth, and he was already missing some teeth in that area. And that, goes to show, sometimes we think of teeth as just individual teeth, and that's not the case, right? And this is a comprehensive system. And what happens often when you start to miss the back teeth, the back molars, now in your muscles, your facial muscles are generating forces. Now those forces have to be taken on by other teeth that are smaller and not meant to take as much force. And now what you'll see is you'll start to see damage being done to those teeth. So that's exactly what happened with Mr. Clayton. He was missing all his molars, and now his premolar, the one, which was now his most posterior tooth, was taking on too much force, and it just fractured, sheared off, and could not be restored, could not be saved. So our game plan, let me back up. Before the game plan, the finding when I took my CBCT, the bone scan, we saw that, of course, his sinus cavity towards the back of the jaw. We all have sinus cavities. This is the maxillary sinus on the upper jaw. Often when teeth are missing, that sinus cavity can start to expand. As it does so at the cost of bone, meaning as it expands downwards, we're losing bone in the upper jaw. And that's important because now, we can't put an implant into air, right? You need bone for us to stabilize a dental implant. So his sinus cavity has also expanded. So what we decided was, he wanted to, of course, take that one tooth out, replace that, but he also now wanted to replace the other missing teeth in the back because he saw the importance of all that. So our goal today is to extract the one fractured tooth, put bone grafting material into there to preserve that socket, to preserve his bone anatomy. But at the same time, we'll create a little window into the sinus cavity, and there's a lining in that sinus cavity. We'll lift that up. We'll add bone there as well, so that all of that can heal at the same time in one shot, one surgery. So now, after a few months of healing, he'll be ready for implants. And if he's in Maryland at that point, we're happy to do it for him. If not, we're always able to communicate with other surgeons in the all across the world. So that's our first case.
Clayton Ambrosius. Got a tooth that's been destroyed and down to the gum, and we're gonna rip that puppy out of there and prepare it for some, implants. Right now, it's not really giving me a problem. It was capped, and then Halloween time, the thing broke off and there wasn't much left in there. So it doesn't really hurt, but I got to get something done before it does go bad, There's nothing left. It's down to the gum, broke off. So they can't do nothing else but put a pin in it. I had 3 on the bottom, 1 on top put in. And about 9 months ago or so, they're really good. I like it. I don't have no problem at all. Everything went smooth, everything worked good. On this side over here, I got a bunch of them missing on top. So when they pull this one, they're gonna prepare it to put at least 2 back in. And I gotta have something, a place to chew, something to eat with. Now I've had a lot of surgeries and stuff already. Both knees have been replaced. This shoulder operated on 3 times, this one once. Both wrists have been operated on. So I just go into the surgeries and stuff, like, do what you gotta do, guys. Fix me up. Well, he seems like a good guy. He seems like he knows what he's doing. So we'll find out. Well, I don't know how this is gonna work, but hi, family.
Trash we found out there.
Way, okay? Thanks for hanging in there.
Oh, my neck is sort of.
Oh man, yeah.
Let's send you up, okay?
We'll do a scan. Of course, your antibiotics are at the pharmacy, okay?
Okay.
So make sure you start on that. She'll go over everything with you. All right. Good
boy.
job, everybody. All right. So everything went perfect with Mr. Clayton. That tooth was a root canal treated tooth, so it was very often what happens is when it's been root canal treated, fractured. The tooth becomes very brittle, so as you try to take it out, it comes out in little pieces. So we had to work to get it out, mostly because I wanted to keep that bone anatomy intact, right? I mean, it's easy for me if I wanted to just go through the bone and take the tooth out. That only takes 5 seconds to do. But the key is to keep that surrounding bone completely intact, undamaged, and that's how you get your best outcome for a future implant placement. So we got the tooth out. We went into the sinus, everything went perfect, and we sutured everything up, and he's in good spirits, doing well. Our next case is Michael, and Michael's a great guy. He came to us with failing teeth, and it wasn't an overnight success story. It took some while to get to. We're still building. What happens often when there's long-term infection, sometimes the bone can be so destroyed that there is no bone for us to put implants into right away. Right? What we like to do ideally is when teeth come out, we can put implants in, computer guided or robotically, and give a new smile on the same exact day. So patients can walk out with a new set of teeth. But sometimes when infections are long-standing, that bone volume is just not there for us, right? So first we have to rebuild the bone, and that's what we had to do for Michael. We took the bottom teeth out. We were able to screw in a whole new set of teeth. Put several implants in, screw in a whole new set of teeth that's permanently fixed in place. On the top, we had to first clean up all the infection. He did not have enough bone, so we had to bone graft all across the jaw and grow that bone back. And now he's at a point where there's adequate bone volume for us to be able to put implants in. So we're going to be putting 6 implants across the jaw. Now, most of the time when it's grafted bone, especially to this level where almost nothing is native, almost everything is grafted, regenerated bone, that bone can be a little bit soft when we first go in. So when we put these implants in, it may not go in as, it may not bind as much as we'd like. And if that's the case, what we'll do is we'll put the implants in, we'll just cover back up, we'll stitch the gums back up, let the implants heal for 3 months, and then we'll go back secondarily to screw in a whole new set of teeth. And that's because when these implants go in, we don't want to overload them with forces. And we want biology to take over first. So what happens in that 3 months of healing, now bone cells will firmly attach to the implant surface, and now it becomes an intimate connection between the implant and his bone. And now we're able to put teeth in, and he'll take an apple and he'll be able to bite into an apple with it. So that's our goal today, is to go in, put implants in, 6 implants, and if we have the stability, then we'll put the teeth on right away. If we don't have enough stability, then we'll just stitch the gums up and put the teeth on in a few months. All right, so let's get going on that.
Michael Scott, having the top implants put in. Years of smoking and not caring for them, they started breaking off, and eventually I decided I wanted to fix the situation. Not so much as pain, just uncomfortable with the way I looked. I don't smoke anymore, but I smoked for probably 20 years. So I quit in July. It was very hard, very hard. So I went into a couple different places for estimates, and this was one that came up. And when we came here, this was the place that I had a good vibe with. So I ended up choosing them. I just came in and had a consultation. I met with, I believe it was Brittany, and then met with Dr. Joe's, and that was, he gave me a couple days, think about it, and I'm like, this is the spot. Let's go ahead and move forward. Yeah, so they're gonna put in. So right now I have the implants on the bottom, and they have the temporaries in, and they're gonna do the implants on the top. At the time when I got, normally they do them both at the same time, but I had to have bone grafting done on the top, and that takes some time to heal. So now they're gonna go and put those in. So it's and then after that, wait a bit for everything to heal, and then hopefully we start fitting for permanence. Don't smoke and take care of your teeth.
So I made a clinical decision to not put the teeth on, meaning screw in the temporary set of teeth today, just because of longevity. You know what? I don't want to get 3 months to get in the way of 30 years. Biology's going to take over, and bone will firmly attach to these implants, and when we go back, they'll be nice and tight. And now we'll be able to put teeth on right away, and And once we're done with all that and he has the final set of teeth, he can literally chomp into an apple or a corn on the cob, or as long as it's not rocks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right?
Yep.
All right, brother. Call me if you need me, okay?
Will do.
All right, set him up slowly, let him chill for a few minutes. But you gotta make sure you guys stay with him, take a CT, take care of him all the way, all right?
I'll set up.
All right, so surgery went well with Mr. Scott, Michael. We put 6 implants in. Bone volume was amazing. We had so much bone volume from all the grafting and regeneration that we did. The bone density was a little soft as I anticipated. Some of the implants did go in with good stability, but some didn't. So we didn't want to take any chances just because it's been a journey to get him to this point. And we're just so close to having an ideal outcome that we didn't want to push it and risk overloading the implants. So, and Michael was completely on board with that. He understands the long-term vision. There's no reason to risk 3 months when there's 30 years or 40 years ahead. So we put the implants in, we stitched the gums back up. He'll continue to wear his denture as he's healing, and then in 3 months we'll go back in and we'll be able to now make a new set that'll attach to these implants, and he'll have his full life back with his teeth. So everything went well. We're excited for that.
So Dr. Jose and I, like I said, we're great together. So when we are talking, I don't know how much he have told you, but we spend nights at this practice. Like even when we finish with patients, we're like standing 10, 11 o'clock. And we had a vision. We knew everything we do it with the heart, right? We put our passion in there. And that's how things come to greatest, right? So we know if we're going to be a practice of surgeons, let's just be the best. So what do you need to be the best? Let's just have the best technology. We already have a great personality. We are great surgeons. I cannot lie. We're excellent surgeons, all of us. And the great personality, we care about people. I think that's very important. And on top of that, having the best office and the best technology just help. We just brainstorm together. What about this? Let's just have this. Building this practice, it was a lot of effort, a lot of people helping, and we just choose, well, how about this? So there's a lot of planning behind, but I guess that we master it. It was a big risk, absolutely, but nothing great happened without a risk. You can make it happen, and that's my the logo. That's what I tell my daughter. Nothing cannot be done if you don't have the passion. If you dream, and you will make it happen. Yeah. Just make it happen. So today we're going to be working on Micah. Micah has 2 retained primary teeth in each side of maxilla, and the teeth has significant mobility because they didn't have any more support, and it's time for let them go. And Micah would like to restore those future spaces with implants. So today we're going to be extracting those primary teeth and building up a little bit of bone so we can have a final implant position that is completely accurate and better for aesthetics.
So today I'm getting extraction of my baby teeth. I know, it's crazy. And I'm gonna get some implants and I cannot wait. I think one of them is because one of them is really hurting me, so that's probably an obvious one right there. But I've always wanted just a perfect smile, and so now that I'm able to have it, I'm just so excited. I've probably been dealing with it for about a good 3 months. So yeah, I definitely need to get that taken care of, and I'm so glad that she's able to do that for me. And yeah, I just can't wait for that perfect smile. I have no other implants, so I was very, wary of it because I am only 25, so I was like, ooh, 25 with implants, but I know some friends that have gotten it, so it made me feel better. Yeah, so I'm from Bowie, Maryland. So I moved to Florida basically for golf, and it has been such a great ride. So yeah, I just met so many people, so many different African American golfers and whatnot, and it's just been an amazing ride. We just were searching everywhere because we don't really know anything really about implants and whatnot. But when I found this place, I was like, okay, I love the vibe, everything. The office is beautiful. And she is just so kind and so nice. And so, you know, just everything about her I loved, and she's so funny. So it made my anxiety kind of just like, you know, come down a bit. So, so I'm really happy to definitely do this. At a consultation, yes. It was great. I liked it. Yeah, I mean, it definitely eased my nerves about exactly what was going to go down. You know, she shows you the model and everything. And so, yeah, and she was just very calming. Yeah. I would definitely tell them that definitely want to look into it. And definitely come here. I don't know, like the different technologies that she has, and then she incorporates, like, I don't know, the rooms, they change color. That's what that's what sold me. I was like, oh, this is cool, it's like a party. But so yeah, I just really like the vibes and everything. I mean, great staff and everything. They just make you feel comfortable. I want to say hi to my parents. I want to say hi to all of my friends, and also the other golfers. Thanks so much, and yeah.
Complete Micah's surgery today. We did extractions of primary teeth with bone grafting, site preservation, and ridge preservation. Everything went well as expected. We're very happy with the results. And yeah, Micah's really happy. How do you feel, Micah?
I feel good. Everything's good. Yeah, it didn't hurt, not one bit.
Awesome, great. So we're expecting to see Micah in the next 2 weeks, just to, you know, monitor healing and make sure everything is in as expected. And we'll see you guys soon.
Well, my name is Kat. I'm one of the dental assistants here, and I work mainly with Dr. Torres. We are probably the ones that spend the most time with the patients. So we bring the patients back, we get them prepped for surgery. We take care of sterilization, all the instruments, ordering all the supplies, but our main focus is the patients. Here, I love that everybody here gets along, and it's fun to come to work. We're allowed to be individuals, we're allowed to, you know, have fun, we're allowed to laugh, we're allowed to be ourselves. Yeah, I mean, as you can tell, purple hair, tattoos. They, you know, they let us be us, and they're fantastic to work for. I've never worked any place better.
So all the doctors here, they all have such amazing personalities.
I feel like all of the doctors have huge personalities.
The doctors, they're all wonderful.
The doctors are amazing. Dr. Jose is so calm. He's professional at times, but he's also really fun, so it's the perfect balance.
Dr. Jose is super hilarious, and he definitely makes for a good boss. He's a lot of fun.
Dr. Jose is hilarious. He has all the jokes.
Dr. Torres, she is an absolute joy to be around. She like picks on you, but it's out of love.
And Dr. Torres is just so nice and good to be around. I love working with her.
Dr. Torres is very kind, and she's great with children especially.
And then Dr. Chon, he's the sweetest person ever.
Dr. Chon is such a sweetheart. He's always there for you whenever you need him.
And Dr. Chon is just the nicest person ever.
You know, everyone gets stressed once in a while, but they never really show any negative energy or that they're normally stressed. They always have a lot on their plate, and I do admire them greatly because they will go from 7 to like 6:37.
Being that I have worked at other dental offices and I've been around other doctors, I will say like this is my favorite, not because I work here, but this is like my favorite office ever. I feel like the doctors are very friendly, and you just feel like you're a part of their family. It's not like other offices where you feel the disconnect from the doctors. You feel like a nice family.